watching the CEO give his speech that the real power move was happening out in the rain. It was pouring, the kind of New York rain that soaks through your soul. The gala was invite only, dripping in diamonds and ego. Inside, Sarah's boss, Marcus, was busy laughing at jokes that weren't funny, desperate to land a deal with Elias Thorne, the man who basically owned the skyline. Sarah was just the help. She was stationed by the valet stand, holding umbrellas for people who didn't even look her in the eye. Her feet were screaming in cheap heels, and she'd been on them for 9 hours. Then, she saw her. An elderly woman, a retired coat check lady who'd worked there for 40 years, was struggling to get to the bus stop. She didn't have an umbrella, and she tripped, spilling her bag everywhere. The important guests stepped around her, annoyed that she was blocking the curb. Sarah didn't hesitate. She dropped her post, ran into the downpour, and shielded the woman with her own umbrella. She didn't just help her up. She took off her own dry cardigan, wrapped it around the woman's shoulders, and walked her all the way to the bus, getting drenched in the process. When Sarah got back, Marcus was livid. "You look like a drowned rat," he hissed. "You're fired. Get out of my sight before Thorne sees you." But Elias Thorne was already standing there. He hadn't been listening to the speeches. He'd been watching the sidewalk. He walked right past Marcus, took off his own designer blazer, and draped it over Sarah's shivering shoulders. He looked Marcus dead in the eye and said, "You're right. She doesn't belong here. She belongs in a room with people who actually have a heart." Then, he looked at Sarah and whispered, "I think it's time you worked for someone who knows your value. Character is what you do when you think no one is watching. If you believe kindness is the ultimate flex, hit that subscribe button."